Good morning. There are an array of social problems that affect our country and our world, whether it's religiously, politically, or economically. Being so, I asked students around Hampton University's campus what is their top social problem and why, and if possible, how could it be potentially fixed?
So a social problem that I am very, very passionate about is, I would say, the social problem in the workforce. Women receiving unequal pay to women. I say this is very pivotal to me because due to the fact that I'm a finance major. As a finance major, we're very prevalent in corporate America, and they go for every statistic that they can when they're handing out pay. And so I did some research, and it says that women only receive 79 cents for every dollar that men receive, and this was as of 2019. So it's actually no telling how much that ratio has, increased by now. And another reason I would say this is because that people try to rationalize women receiving lower pay than men because women go on maternity leave, and so through that, I feel that is not really equivalent to say that women, we can pay them less. They go on maternity leave. We make up for that, and that's not true. Because what about all the women who don't go on maternity leave and don't get pregnant? How are they, to be paid equivalent? And I don't know if you know this, but actually today, I know many corporations, the company I interned with over the summer, Humana, men are now receiving paternity leave. So that's even more. So that's putting even more pressure on the ratio, causing men to probably even get more higher pay than women in 2020 as of 2020. And so that's why. Women receiving unequal pay to men.
So I think my biggest social problem, being here in Hampton and in this general southern region is ageism, because the majority of people who are in charge of people my age or even millennials are baby boomers, and they have a lack of regard for the opinions and thoughts that people that my age or even into their mid-30s have in the workplace, in school, or just in general. They just completely disregard everything that we say because we're younger and we need to respect our elders. So ageism really needs to just cut it down a little bit.
My social issue is the lack of, I guess, recognition of the culture of the Black community. You know, for all of the things that we look around, that we see in America today, it's a lot of the things we see in entertainment is built upon the Black community and has origins within our history. So that's one of my main issues I see within the community. And I guess my solution, I don't have one particular solution. I would say in general, we just need to work on acknowledging more of our successes rather than our downfalls, and then making sure the people um, who originally started these trends of stuff get the recognition so that we can respect that, and then from there we can build from that.
My social issue is elementary youth of African Americans pipeline to juvenile centers. Learning equals success. Providing our youth with resources to achieve and have higher education from elementary school to college would allow funding to be brought back into our neighborhoods and embrace our culture. Due to ACUL.org, 31% of African Americans at arrest are inside school facilities. Due to this, we have the high increased rate of incarceration for African American boys.
Hello, my social issue is global warming and climate change. In recent years, there has been a drastic change in the climate of the Earth, which can cause multiple species to become endangered or extinct. Recently, there were a lot of wildfires in Australia that caused about 1 billion animals to die in the fires. And this global warming and climate change has been caused by us humans because we fail to properly take care of the earth.
My social problem is talking about the public educational school, how white schools get more money compared to non-white schools. Coming from a black school, I started off in a black school, but I ended up graduating from a white school. And the schools were polar opposites almost. The black school, we still had chalkboard, we still used textbooks, probably my grandfather used. Compared to the white school, everything was technology. Everybody had a a smart board, not a whiteboard. But
my top social issue is bullying for biracial students or individuals. Personally, I have experienced this being part white, part black. Just like Black people saying like, oh, you sound so white, or like your hair is so white, or white people saying like you have to be Black, like there's no way that you have any white in you. I just think like you should just be accepted for who you are. Those are two different things, but it has made me who I am. A way that it could be fixed is just the way that parents raise their children. They shouldn't be able to see race when they see a person. They should just see a person for who they are, for their personality, for the things that they do, their character, rather than just like their race.
I think today's biggest social problem is the spreading of misinformation. This comes through it not being illegal for companies to spread lies, even if it's going to be to the benefit of them. I think that really can be solved by all media/publications being released, following a model similar to how journals or scientific articles are, as where they're a living document, and scientists from the outside that are also published may come in, edit it, admonish it, and revise areas of the article that were mistaken. That's because the goal is to find a higher truth, in sciences. So I think that media should be the same way. And like if election topics aren't probably being spoken about, or like candidates in the middle of giving their response are just like throwing facts out there to make them look better. I think that we should come after the fact and really rip it apart. Yeah.
My top social issue would just be the significance that everybody has put on social media now in this society. When people are seeing posts being constantly validated by likes, commas, and retweets, it leaves it where people are getting more and more insecure.
My top social issue is ineffective communication. I believe that a lot of problems socially are from people just not being honest with each other, not having effective communication at all, even with each other. I feel like if we were all more honest, it would open the door for, clarity, kindness, empathy, sympathy, understanding, just effective communication.
The issue would probably have to be mental health in the Black community. I feel like there's a negative, stigma towards seeking help, and it leads a lot of individuals to utilize drugs and alcohol as a self-coping mechanism. I believe if individuals in our community advocated for professional help, we would probably see a decline in the stigma. And then furthermore, there aren't enough Black doctors. According to the American Psychiatric Association, there are about 1% of psychiatrists who are Black. So that's not enough to serve our community. If we had more Black doctors, we could probably solve the issue a little bit better.
University students had much insight on social problems. I'm Cyrus Henry reporting for WHOV TV.